Hi everybody, and welcome back to my kitchen. I hope I'm getting you this recipe in time for Mother's Day, because it'll be a good one. Now, I'm not going exactly by the recipe because I had a whole bunch of chicken left over. I probably should have done this in a 7 by 10 casserole dish instead of this 9 by 13, but that seemed to be all I could find. But I had a whole bunch of chicken left, and so I took it off the bone, and I'll get to that point. I bought a box of, you know, those 1 pound boxes of mushrooms, and I shredded them. And then I cut them. Then I sauteed them in some butter, and I just put a little bit of marsala wine in there and just a tiny bit of Worcestershire. And I sauteed them like that. Then I set them aside. As you can see, I put them in a container and set them aside. Then what was left in the pan, I heated up my chicken because it was cold. So I heated it up in the remaining juices. Now, if you were making this from scratch, and this calls for a whole lot of chicken. If you've got a big family, fine. If not, cut down on the chicken. It calls for fresh chicken breasts that you have sliced very thin, pounded, and dredged in flour with salt and pepper, maybe a little garlic in it, and cooked them till they were just a little golden brown on each side, and laid them down in the bottom of this dish. So my chicken is kind of scant, but that's okay. So I've got my chicken in there. Now I'm going to put a half a cup of marsala wine and 1/3 of a cup of chicken broth back in that same pan that I sauteed the mushrooms and the chicken in, and then we'll be back. Alright, we're back. I put the mushrooms over the chicken, and I put the chicken broth and the marsala wine in the same pan that I cooked everything in, and I let it reduce. And now I'm just going to pour it over the chicken and mushrooms. Kind of a heavy pan here. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees. I don't know if I told you that in the beginning or not. But give that a little preheat. Now, in this container here, I've got 3 spring onions, but I didn't cut them all the way to the end. I've got a half a cup of shredded mozzarella and a half a cup of grated parmesan cheese. And I'm mixing all of these together, the onions and the cheeses. And this is going on top of this chicken. Now I'm going to sprinkle it on the top. It's going into that 375 degree oven for about 20 minutes. And if it doesn't get brown enough for you, put it in under the broiler for keep your eye on it. Just put it under the broiler for a few minutes. From the distance of about 6 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and then we'll be back. Hi, we're back. Our chicken Lombardy is done. It smells wonderful. I did not put it under a broiler. I just didn't think it was necessary with, oh my goodness, with all of the browning on the sides. I can smell those onions. Oh, it looks wonderful. So I've got a little plate fixed. Sam is not here. So I've got the chicken Lombardy. I've got a little simple salad of cucumbers and tomatoes with just a little bit of mayonnaise on it, salt and pepper, and a baked potato. Now that'll make a wonderful Mother's Day meal. And if you have the proper amount of chicken, it's going to look a whole lot better than mine. Whew. Let me see if I can get this out of the way here. And get this plate over here. And let's just give it a taste. Probably still hot. The recipe didn't call for Worcestershire. I added it, and but it sure does look good. And it tastes delicious. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for coming in today and spending part of your day with me. I appreciate it. And until next time, oh, those cheeses just right with this. Until next time. You take care.